factor, and that equals a product. Okay? Well, what we're talking about today is we're coming up with shortcuts or rules that will tell us if one number is a factor of a certain product. For example, real easy one. If I had the product of 36 and I wanted to know if 2 was a factor of 36, okay? So if I want to know if 2 is a factor of 36, okay, well, I'll go up here to my rules for divisibility, and it says 2 says if the last digit is even, then 2 will go into the number. Okay, well, let's go back down here, and the last digit is 6. Is 6 even? Yes, then 2 will go into that number. Okay? Well, let's say I wanted to know if 3 would go into that number. Okay, well, I come up here and I see my rule for 3 is to add up all of the digits. Okay, if we add up the digits of the number and they are multiple or divisible by 3, then 3 will go into the number. So what they want us to do is come down here. So 3 is 3 a factor of 36? Well, then what I do is I take 3 plus 6. What is 3 plus 6? 9. Okay, then I ask myself, does 3 go into 9? Yes. So 3 is a factor of 36. Now, obviously, 36 is an easy number. Okay? 36 is an even number. Most of you know that you can take 3 times 12 and it equals 36. Okay? So, for 36, I really don't have to know that rule. Okay, what about 123,000? You got to know the rule. Or you're going to spend a lot of time dividing numbers into big numbers. Okay, like right now, I can tell you that 3 goes into 123,000. The reason I can tell you, let's look at that. I have 123,000, and I want to know, is 3 a factor? Okay, well, our rule says we take the digits, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, and I add them up. Well, what is 1 plus 2 plus 3? 6. What is 6 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0? 6. Does 3 go into 6? Yes. So 3 is a factor of 123,000. Okay? So instead of me doing this, instead of me going 3 into 123,000, okay, that's 4, 12, 0, 3, 1, 3, 0, 0, so 0, 0, 0. Instead of me doing that, I just simply added up the digits and, yeah, it goes into it. Okay? So what it tells us is the number goes into the other number. It doesn't tell us how many times it goes into it. It just is going to tell us, hey, this number goes into it. Okay? So that's our shortcut for 3. I believe the next one is 4. Okay? 4 says the number made up of the last 2 digits is divisible by 4. Okay? I'm going to use another number instead of 36 because I want to show you this. Okay? Let's use 1,028. Is 4 a factor? That's the question. Okay? Well, what they tell you to do is look at the last two digits. If 4 goes into the last two digits, 4 will go into the whole number. Okay, so does 4 go into 28? Yes, it does. So 4 is a factor of 1028 because 4 goes into the last two digits, 28. So if you want to look at it another way, okay, basically 4 will go into any number that ends in 00, 04, 08, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 80, 84, 88, 92, 96. If it ends in any of those numbers, the last two digits or any of those numbers, then 4 will go into it. Okay? All I did there was count by 4s. I gave you the multiples of 4 up to 100. That's all I did. Okay, does 4 go into 100? Yes. Goes in there 25 times. Does 100 end in 00? Yes. I said 4 goes into 00. Okay? 4 goes into 100 25 times. The last two digits of 100 are 00. Okay? So, I can say then 4 is going into 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 millions, billions, all the way up forever on your powers of 10. So 4 will go into any power of 10. Okay? Because it ends in 00. Okay? So you could have this. You could have 9999999999900. And 4 is going to go into that number. And I don't even have to divide it out. I just know 4 goes into that. Because 4 goes into it because of those last two digits right there. Okay? So that's what the shortcut for 4 is. I believe the next one, is the next one 5? The rule for 5? Okay. Our 5 rule is simple. For 5, if the number ends with a 0 or 5, 5 will go into it. Okay? 5 goes into it if the number ends with a 5 or a 0, 5 will go into the number. Okay, every single time. So if you got to know 5 goes into it, you just simply look at the end of it, see if it does. Okay? Now, the next one is what in your chart? What is the next number in your chart? 6. Okay, 6 is an easy one too. Okay? 6 is a factor of a number if 2 and 3 are factors of the number. So let's go back to our original example of 36. Did 2 and 3 go into 36? Or was it factors of 36? Let's look back in our notes. If you're unclear, go back to our notes here. 2 is a factor of 36. 3 is a factor of 36. Right there. So 2 and 3 go into 36. So therefore, 2 and 3 go into 36. So 6 must go into 36. Okay? Now, let's think of this. Why does 6 go into any number that 2 and 3 go into? This is just a guess. There is a right answer, but there's not one listed in your book that I know of. I know it is in one of my other books, but I don't think it's in this one. What do you think, Celine? That's not what I'm looking for. You're on the right track, but it's real simple. This is real simple why it does. Zach, what do you think? Yeah. What are the only factors of 6? 2 and 3, right? Besides 6 and 1, the only factors of 6 are 2 and 3. So therefore, any numbers that 2 and 3 has to go into, then 6 has to go into it, because 2 times 3 is 6. Okay? So let's think of an example. All right? Does 2 and 3 go into 12? So 6 goes into it. All right? Let's think of 18. Does 6 go into 18? Yes, because 2 goes into 18, 3 goes into 18. Well, what about 15? No. Why? Emma? Right, because only 3 goes into 15. So therefore, 2 and 3 don't both go into 15, and that's why you can't just say, well, every number 3 goes into, 6 will go into. No, that's not the case. The case also is that it will never be an odd number. Because why? Why won't it ever be an odd number that 6 can go into? This is a real simple one. Noah? 6 is even. Okay? 6 is even, so all the numbers that you eventually count by it has to be even. Plus, does 2 go into odd numbers? No. So that's why it has to be even. Because for it to be true, 2 would have to go into it, and 2 only goes into even numbers. Okay? So that's good. All right, what's the next one in the list? 9? That's what I figured. All right, 9, okay, if the sum of the numbers, or sum of the digits, let me rephrase that, sum of the digits is a multiple, also use the word divisible here, of 9. Okay? 9 is just like 3. Okay? 9 is just like 3. Okay? So you're just going to add them up. So let's go back to our 123,000 example. Okay? 123,000, we said a while ago that 3 goes into 123,000. Because when we added it up, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 0. Okay, we said that was 6. Well, does 6 go into 9? No, sure doesn't. So, 9 is not a factor of 123,000. Okay? Okay, pretty simplistic. All right, now, let's find one that is. Somebody give me an example of somebody give me an example of a 4-digit number, a 4-digit number that 9 will go into. A 4-digit number that 9 will go into. And I don't want 9999. Okay? Can't use that one. All right? Let's see, Jesse, what do you think? 1,300. No, not 1,300. It's a good guess, but now it's 4 digits, but 9 doesn't go into that. I don't want 9,000 either. Brandon. 1,800. So 1,800. That would be an example. Because 1 plus 8 plus 0 plus 0. That equals 9. Okay? So 9 does go into 1,800. All right, let's think of another one. Now, I'm going to think of one here. Let's see. $6,633. Okay? If we take those and take 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3, that equals 18. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So, 9 is a factor of 6,633. So don't get stuck on that it has to equal 9. Okay? It could equal 9, it could equal 18, it could equal 27, it equals 36. Now, those are tough because you'd have to get into larger numbers, obviously. Okay? But it still is possible. Okay? So it just has to be a multiple or divisible by 9. Multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108. You know, those are all multiples of 9. Okay? And so that's the rule for 9. I believe the last one is 10, correct? So 10 is a factor of a number if the last digit is 0. Okay? 2, 5, and 10 are probably the easiest of the group. You know, that's pretty easy. 3 is not too hard. Okay?